Hello and welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. This is another cigar review. And I will be reviewing the Pinar Del Rio Habano Sun-Grown Liga Cubano number 5. This is a Gordo size, a 4x60. Special Vitola not made anymore.
Let me see that.
There's the typical pigtail.
I am an expert in 4x60s. Okay. This is not bad. It's a Liga Cubana, huh?
That's a PDR.
Habano Sun-Grown. I should be doing this review and not
You
him.
got one up there that you can review.
Oh, the same one?
Yes, and we have.
Is this from JAS?
Yes, this is from
Well,
Johnny
you better
Stix.
thank
So
him.
we definitely thank him for that. Rita will be doing her review of this later.
Hello,
so
everyone. Queen Nubs here.
I'm gonna go ahead and remove this foot band. It's like a little piece of satiny silk cloth.
That's cool.
It's rather soft.
Oh, I pick up earth hints of earth and dark chocolate, not at the end.
I pick up mostly cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoa and honey is about the main two scents I get. Because this is a pigtail. Take care of that in a moment. Nice dry puff on it. It's got a good draw on it. Now, a little news behind this. Sorry, that's another email for Rita. This is a medium to full body. I don't know. Can I finish this? It's a medium to full bodied cigar, according to most websites. You know I don't believe them. But I'll quote them now so I can tell you what I think later. These go for about $6 a stick. It's a Dominican Habano sun-grown wrapper. Interesting thing about sun-grown is I was just reading about a cigar last night that is a sun-grown Puros, and it sounded kind of interesting. But I don't remember what that cigar was offhand. I think it was from Ashton. Yes, it was. I believe it was from Ashton. It's got a Dominican Criollo or Criollo 98 binder, and a Nicaraguan and Dominican long filler. The vitola for this is called the Inanos. I don't know the pronunciation exactly. You got to check your email. There, it was crossbows. Okay. Enanos means essentially short or very small, miniature or dwarf. It's an adjective, and it really should have been called the enano, which has at the root of the word nano, which is small, microscopic, etc. However, because of the way it is, if you put it into a translator program like Google, it will come up saying in years because en is the word for in, and ano is the word for years or whatever. So do not think it means in years. It actually comes from the word miniature, microscopic, small. And so the S is wrong at the end. When you put the S on, it changes the word meaning. So it should be enano. Makes me wonder if Abe Flores is really speaks Spanish, or if he's learned it and made a typo, or I have no idea. But I thought that was kind of curious because, of course, I like learning things, and I didn't know what the word enano mean in the vitola. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a fire up, this cocoa-y smelling cigar. I'm sorry it's been 4 minutes and I haven't even lit up yet, but history and stuff. Then I'll be testing cedar spills out when my Osa Souls come in on Friday, so that way I have something to play with and I don't have to do a review of them. First hit off this is pepper, just pure straight pepper. But you know, that's very frequent in cigars so often is the medium to fuller bodied cigars, when you fire them up, are going to have that flavor, that kind of spicy bit. Nice ease of draw on this, very PDR-ish. I suppose that this is probably, given from PDR and the ease of draw, that this is probably, the binder's probably bound the tobacco by doing in-2-bar rolling, which is rolling up little fine tubes and then putting the tubes in here and then rolling a wrapper around them. It causes better airflow, but it takes more time to roll. And PDR is notorious for doing that with their cigars. One reason I love them so much. I was just reading about another company that has a cigar that's called the Intuber. It's on my wish list. I have to pull it up, and I don't have it in front of me. It's hard to keep all these smaller name companies and all that in line in my head all the time. Kind of salty. Pepper seems to be mellowing out after the third hit. Seems to be a slow burner so far. Maybe slightly oaty. Oat-like. Not goat-like. Not Odie the dog. How odd to try to say these things. And I've been doing these reviews for a long time now. But oat-like. A little sweet too. So far, a very, very pleasing cigar. I think I'm thoroughly going to enjoy this. I'm going to go and get down into the halfway point. I'm also going to be doing a rant today that I have about something. So, anyways, I will see you at the halfway point. So, see you shortly. Sorry, forgot the mouse. Hello and welcome to the halfway point of this Pinar Del Rio Habano Sun-Grown Liga Cubano number 5.
We want to thank Johnny Stix for this wonderful sample that we can review for you on our channel. So thank you, Johnny
Yes,
Stix.
we also have the Liga Cubano number 2, which is a Oscuro. And so we'll be trying that soon too. This cigar is much more mild than I thought it would be. Great finish. The flavors are very mild. Slightly nutty. Some cedar. I don't know what you were thinking.
The rope. Tying it
but
up.
Mostly I'm getting nuttiness and cedar and some oak or oak as well. Maybe oak and oak. Having a great ease of smoke. Little wonky, but nothing I need to fix really.
I think for a minute.
I did have it go out on me briefly because I was too busy talking and not focusing on this at all. And so, but that was minor. It was right at the beginning. So far, I'm enjoying it.
Well, we're talking for a minute on this channel, and we're living simply fun. Aaron should do it in this video or a separate video today. A review of the Burger King Philly steak long sandwich.
Maybe I'll do that. We do reviews for things, but anyways,
it is a limited edition burger
yes.
thing. Oh, which reminds me, I need to go and put on some medicine on my toe, and it's time for my daily med.
All right, well, off you go. Have fun.
A woman's job is never done.
Then you better get to cleaning.
Cleaning what?
Good doggy.
I'm not a dog. You haven't cleaned the kitchen lately since that's your domain.
Yes, I did. I cleaned the skillet.
Yes, but everything else needs to be tidy. Your kitchen, you cook, remember? So, get to it.
Uh-huh. I do the cooking. Thus enough said. You do the cleaning. We try to delegate jobs. And she gets dishes. I get cooking. So, anyways. Halfway point of this. I'm loving the cigar so far. Flavors are very nicely gelled together. Very Abe Flores-like. Better than the PDR Icon. At least there's no 1878 Kappa Sungrown or Kappa Habano, but this fits the bill if you really like the Habano and you want the Kappas, because you really like those. So I'm glad I got to try this. This is great so far, but I'll get back to you in the final third. So see you soon. Hello and welcome back to the final section of this Pinar Del Rio Habano Sun-Grown Liga Cubana number 5. Wow. Very tasty stick, very on the mild side. You can have this as a good middle of the afternoon. It is a unique Vitola, no longer on the market, and this Vitola is very tasty, very flavorful. Got some sweetness in here, a little bit of white pepper creeping in. Just very good tastiness. Slight honey taste, which isn't so strong now. Some cedar. It's kind of standard flavors, but they gel well enough. It makes it interesting. It's not exactly a forgettable cigar, but it's not the greatest cigar. I do like the way that it smokes, and the fact that it is a sun-grown, and there's very few sun-growns I could say I really, really enjoy. This one
can say it's a really stinky cigar.
It does not have a very good room note, apparently. I can't smell it, I'm smoking it. But she's not smoking because she's still, well, she probably could have one every 4 or 5 days right now, and it wouldn't be a big deal. But she wants to, it's her first surgery, so she just wants to make sure that she's all healed up, or at least healing well enough before.
I want to try the East Indian Tobacco Company's own pipes. Their East Indian is Gurkha, so Gurkha's own blends.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that later. Anyways, very, very tasty smoke. And sometimes I like to do a little story while doing the review. I'll give you a story about this. Yes, it's a Rangers hat. Yes, it's filthy.
Boo!
It's filthy. It's dirty. It's sweaty. It's moldy. It's gross. It's old. This hat was actually purchased by my mother roughly around the time I was born. I was about 3 or 4 months old when it was purchased. I think there's a date on here from when it was sold for return info, and I can't read it all. It looks like February 3rd, 1978. So yeah, very old hat. I used to wear this every single where I went. I'd go swimming wearing this hat. I play baseball wearing this hat. I play with my friends wearing this hat. It was like inseparable from me as a child. And it had one of these adjustable things. And I remember at one point, I don't want to play with the band because they get fragile with age, but I remember at one point where it had to be clipped on the farthest hole over here to fit on my head. And it's about the same way that I've had it since I was 13 or 14. So my head size hasn't changed since then. I did stop wearing it for a long time because this girl that had an interest in me decided that she was going to shove it down her pants and make me play, play keep away or make me fetch it. And I had no interest in her at the time. And then she decided to pee on my hat, like marking it as her territory. And I refused to wear it for like the next 10 years. I washed it numerous times because I still love the hat. And I broke it out today and decided I'd wear it. And it still feels just as comfortable as it did. I still can't break in a hat like this. My Trilene hat's getting close to feeling as comfortable as this does. But, yeah, dirty-ass hat. Old hat. Still with the old plastic backing. Now it's Velcro on everything.
I had a hat like his. That was a Cleveland Indians, a tribe hat. It was a 7 3/4 hat. It was a fitted hat. Back then they didn't have the bands. Anyways, story is I got yelled at by the dry cleaner once when my stepfather went to get his dry cleaning. And my mother knew the dry cleaner personally, Joe. Joe yelled at my stepfather and says, "You don't let that girl ever use her hat again to carry nails up." It was a filthy, filthy hat. He got it cleaned. And you know what?
But
My
you used to
tribe
stick
hat,
the nails in your hat and find a way to
no,
put it
I'd
on?
have to carry up, walk up a ladder with nails in my hand. And my hat had like 500 nails in it at the time. I mean, it was just something. My old man used to do it. Finally, we got a bucket, but my old man didn't care. It was like, well, he didn't even care about the dry cleaning bill.
This is a very beautiful cigar. It's another big win for Abe Flores, in my opinion. Especially given that it's a sun-grown and there is no 1878 Kappa sun-grown. It really makes me think of the way that the sun-growns are rolled. So I still think this is an N2 bar. And I'd really, really like to... I would get these again. Most definitely. Just, I like this Vitola, though. And it's not on the market anymore. So anyways, with all that said...
I'm sorry he was looking at me for a second. I was just looking over a catalog, thinking about marking some pipe tobaccos that I'd like to try.
So, anyways, this will probably fall definitely within my top, I'd say top 15 of the year. It may borderline on the top 10, which is really cool. I just love the flavor profiles in this. Really enjoying it, so thank you very much, Johnny Stix. I think Rita's going to be into it for a treat when she gets to review hers. Also, if you're following our channel lately, I've been putting Aaron in parentheses if it's just me. That way, if you look up a certain cigar, you can see right away who's reviewing it, if it's me or Rita. And that way,
I need my own intro then.
No, you'd still use the same intro. Like kind of like classic Game Room. He had different employees, and this one would do that review, and this one would do that review, and they always introduced themselves at the time. Rarely did we see them, but anyways, we could do it that way, and it's not a big deal. Once she heals up enough, she'll be back doing reviews with me, and it'll be a dual review. So, but she's got some catching up to do with me now. So, anyways, with that said...
Oh, wow, look at that.
Oh, Royal Dutch, huh? Well, they made pipe tobaccos originally.
Yeah, Royal Dutch pipes.
Well, we're going to be trying some Royal Dutch cigars.
And their pipes are only $70 a piece.
Only 70. Anyways, with that said, please add, subscribe, leave comments, questions, suggestions, feedback. If you've had this cigar and you agree or disagree with me, please let me know, what your thoughts were in the comments. Just try to keep it nice is all we ask. And enjoy every puff. That's not on the thing. Oops, I gotta move the mouse. All right, take care, all.